Alright, and hello everybody, I'm the SweetBro27, and welcome to another Dokkan Battle video. So, content is going to be, going up a little bit faster today. I'm going to try to do a double upload, for 2 days in a row, because Android 21 got announced last night that she'll actually be coming to global. This means that we're one step closer to getting that global sync. We'll just be a few units behind. Right now, we're only missing Omega and DFE Trunks. So, I'm going to, instead of doing a separate video for Super Strike, XENO, Trunks, and LAGGS, we're going to be doing them both in this same video. Now, if you want to get all of these done as quickly as possible to get all these extra medals, beat it within 5 turns, beat it within 10 turns, you need at least 3 crossover characters, 6 time travelers, and then you get all these stones for beating all the missions. So let's see here, we're just going to run my normal link leveling team. And let's see what our boy Trunks is really going to be capable of. So, we have Pioneer of a New History Trunks XENO. He's Tech 3 key and 77% to stats. Not great, but he's a Super Strike. Are we really going to complain? He, for his super attack, raises defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers defense. Not terrible, you know, he's getting defense at least on his super attack. For his passive, he gets 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. He gets 3 key and an additional 100% attack and defense when facing only 1 enemy. He gets an additional 150% defense when facing 2 or more enemies. He gets an additional 100% attack and defense and perform critical hits when the character is the only Defenders of Justice category ally on the team. Okay, so that sucks because we now have the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, because he's Defender of Justice. Under any other circumstances, I would say that's great, because Defenders of Justice is one of the weakest teams in the game. That sucks. If he's the only Defender of Justice. I mean, maybe if you didn't pull him? I don't know. That's not great. So he gets an extra 100% to stats and perform crits when he's the only one on the team. Like, that's... I don't know. I would say that's good, but again, we have 2 of the best characters, like TURs now, are Defenders of Justice. Let's see here. He has a high chance of foreseeing enemy super attacks, and all allies get 1 key up to 3, and an additional 7% attack and defense up to 35 per Defender of Justice category ally on the team when there's another Defender of Justice wait. Okay, so that's peculiar. So if he's the only Defender of Justice you have on the team, he gets an extra 100% attack and defense and guaranteed crits. Okay. But if you're running him on a full Defender of Justice team, he has a 50% chance to foresee enemy super attacks, which is very good. Having a scouter, that's good. He gives his allies up to 3 key, up to 35 to stats per Defender of Justice category ally on the team. So you actually want to run him on Defenders of Justice. On a full Defenders of Justice, though, which kind of sucks. But if you just ran him with both of the other SSJ4 Vegitos, that's 2 key, 14% offensive and defensive support. I don't know, you can maybe take it or leave it. And then he gets an additional 100% defense and a high chance of performing a crit against an extreme class enemy. He could be worse. He's not what I would have expected. He's a very unique kit, so I will give him that. For his links... Oh, my cat's meowing. He has Cold Judgment, Solid Support, Patrol, Bombardment, Xenoverse, Super Strike, and Shattering the Limit. And then for his categories, he has Hybrid Saiyans, Time Travelers, Vegeta Family, Bottom Master and Disciple, Battle of Wit, Crossover, Defender of Justice, Entrusted Will, Bottom Parent Child, and Earthbred Fighters. He's certainly interesting. I don't think he's going to be super good, but I don't know. We could maybe, like, screw around, do just, like, some fun runs with him. Kind of see what we could get to. So I'm going to stop, or if, like, fast forward my footage or cut my footage. I don't know. I'll do something. And we're going to pick back up once we have him, all of his medals, but then we're going to go do LAGGS' event. Then, you know, we'll talk about LAGGS, and then I'll EZA both of them at the same time. Okay, and now we are here for a LAGGS, so this is the team that we will be running. You just have to run LAGGS on the team. So, she leads Dragon Ball Heroes 3 key and 77 to stats, or int type 3 key and 50 to stats. Again, she's a free-to-play. We're not expecting a lot in terms of leader skill. I always hate these because I have to pay attention on the first turn, just wildly pressing buttons. There we go. Alright, so she gets, raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy, lowers attack and defense, and seals super attack. Okay, so she's good for, like, ESPR. That'll be awesome. So she gets 160 to stats at the start of turn. She gets additional 80% to stats when performing a super attack. She has a medium chance of evading enemies' attacks, including super attacks. Alright. Medium chance to dodge. It's only 30%, so that is kind of low. She gets 2 key and an additional chance of evading, plus 20% when there are 2 or more Dragon Ball Hero category allies on the team. Now, I don't know if that's worded like Yamcha, because I don't actually have Dokkan Fest Yamcha, but I think those are 2 separate procs. I don't think they combine to be a 50% chance. I'm pretty sure it is a 30, and then if the 30% fails, you then go to the 20%. I think that's how that works. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. She gets an additional 80% defense if the enemies if the targeted enemy's HP is 80% or less when attacking, and if that enemy's HP is 50% or less when attacking, launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. Alright, that's a mouthful, so let's break that down. So if the enemy has 80% or less HP, she gets an extra 80% attack. But if the enemy has 50% or less, she launches an additional that has a 70% chance of becoming super. Okay, I don't know why they made that one long sentence. Those could have been 2 separate sentences, because those are basically 2 separate clauses, but I understand what they're saying now. And then she gets an extra 10% crit, up to 50, every time the character attacks an enemy who's an attack down, defense is down, stunned, or the targeted enemy's super attack is sealed. So yeah, you basically have to run her on ESPR. Because, I mean, that's a pretty... I guess not necessarily, because crit is, like, whatever. It's only a 50% chance to crit. She's a free-to-play. She's not going to be doing a lot of damage anyway. If you're going to run her, you're going to want to run her for her dodge. Which, again, it's... Even if it, like, best case scenario, she's just a 50% chance to dodge character, why would you ever run her over, like, Chilai, who is a 70% chance to dodge and gives massive support and rainbow orb changes? Yeah. They seemed not to cook very well with LAGGS. I mean, she gets a lot of stuff when... I mean, this is like a 2018, 2019 passive. Getting extra stats when they're an attack down, defensive down, stunned, or sealed. Like, okay, whatever. She's restrictive to the Dragon Ball Heroes team, which I guess makes sense because it's a Dragon Ball Heroes celebration. Obviously, you're not going to, like, run her on Peppy Gals, even though that would be nice if you could. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of underpowered with her kit. And then for her links here, we have the Innocent, Solid Support, Cold Judgment, Battlefield Diva, Loyalty, Shattering the Limit. And then for her categories, Peppy Gals, Resurrected Warriors, Time Traveler, Dragon Ball Hero, Crossover, Space Traveling Warrior. Yeah, I'm not too keen on LAGGS, unfortunately. I mean, hey, you could technically run her on the new Dokkan Fest 21. She would have a 200% with Peppy Gal and Crossover. Yeah. So there you go. She has a 200% runner with Android 21. But yeah, again, we're going to cut here to where we're EZA. Final thoughts. XENO TRUNKS is actually kind of interesting. Obviously, I don't think he's like a red zone killer by any means. But I don't know, if we get some more decent Defender of Justice characters, I mean, he'll be good. That's good support that he's giving. He's giving 3 key, 35 attack and defense to all allies, and a 50% chance of having a scouter. I mean, there's some versatility in that, or if you just run him as the only one, he can actually maybe do some damage by himself, but you're definitely going to want to run him with other Defenders of Justice, which makes that one part of his passive really fucking stupid. He also has, like, this really stupidly broken link that not nearly enough characters have for it to be useful, which is Xenoverse, which is 20% attack, 10% defense, which is crazy. I kind of like Trunks. The Super Strike EZAs have been very good this year. And I wouldn't say he's as good as, like, Jackie Chun, but I'm not going to say he's bad by any means. He's fun. LAGGS, underpowered. They did not cook enough with her. But next time you see me, I'll have these characters EZA'd and we can wrap up this video. Alright, let's go ahead and get these guys EZA'd, and then you can go and collect their missions as well. But that is going to be all for this time, guys. I have been the SweetBro27. I'm a variety Twitch streamer and an up-and-coming YouTuber trying to make it big in the world. I have a Twitter, a Twitch, a TikTok, and a YouTube, all at the SweetBro27. The links of which can be found in the description, or you can find me via my hashtag SweetBro27, and all my social platforms show up there. But while you're already looking in the description, you might as well like, subscribe, share me around, and leave me a comment, positive, negative, or indifferent. I would love just any sort of interaction I can get from you guys, but that will be all for this time. So, as always, I have been the SweetBro27, and I am signing off.